Hi, this is Ron Davis for the National Burglar and Fire Alarm Association, and today we are talking with Shea Remes, who is the Executive Director, and I'm going to get this one a little bit off, but it's not the Connecticut Burglar and Fire Alarm Association. It is
the Connecticut Alarm and System Integrators Association, known as CASIA.
And I believe you are the first organization in the industry to bring in the term system integrator into their name.
I believe that is the truth. Decision we went for about 4 years ago, and it's worked well for us.
And it reflects what the industry is doing. It reflects to a very large extent what all of the membership of your association is doing.
That was the focus that we saw the industry going in, and we just felt if we were going to do a name change, those system integrators had to be part of it.
So you are active as, in effect, an association executive.
I am an independent contractor, with my own company, and CASIA is my client.
Is there any other clients, or is it your only
I
client?
have a few other clients, but this is my, main objective in business.
And what is it that you do that helps dealers to improve their business?
I listen. I give advice that, I've garnered from our other members who have been longtime members. I thoroughly, endorse coming to the meetings for networking, because basically you learn best from your competitors in this business. Everyone's very open, even in today's competitive market, about what their industry problems or successes are. And the more involved you are with the association and knowing the other people who are colleagues, your business improves.
How do we get people to understand the value of associations? What can we do to bring those people into the industry?
It's the biggest challenge that we have, no doubt about it. In our association, we throw what we call a membership expo every year. It's an annual member recognition and a recruitment night. And actually, that's what you did speak to our group about years ago.
Okay.
And we, bombard companies who are not members, invite them to come for free dinners. We have a guest speaker like yourself, and try to really pin them down with a present member who really believes in association values. And it's just a constant, year after year. Some people don't become members the first year, but when they get the second year invitation, say, maybe I should do this. The more that the industry appears in the papers and in industry magazines with problems, and they're looking for answers, they pick up the phone and they call the association and they'll say, you've been after me for years to become a member. Maybe this year is the one I'll do it. So it's just, you can't give up. You just have to be relentless.
And of course, by doing so, then your association speaks more for the dealer group out there, so that when legislative activities come on and you have false alarm ordinances in certain communities, you can act as an industry rather than just a small group of dealers.
Absolutely. We believe in, we liaison with the police communities. We are part of the NBFAA scholarship program for, I believe, 14 years now, which gives us an upfront position with our police association in Connecticut. We actually give the Youth Scholarship Award at their annual expo, the Chiefs of Police Association. We work with a lobbyist in Hartford who is out, representing our industries, and she's a watchdog. So if anything's coming up legislatively that will affect us, we know about it right away.
What piece of advice could you give to other associations who might not have somebody of your caliber managing it?
Well, the first thing I would do is to tell them to contact the NBFAA because they know who that person should contact to talk about setting up an association office and how to go about any of the programs that have proved successful for the other chartered states.
Would those programs include training?
It depends on what your state requires. We have been fortunate enough over the years to have the NTS classes as part of the related study when applying for your license. So it's worked well for us that we can run training classes that will help people become licensed, in the field.
And even for manufacturers, when there is an active association, they tend to become much more involved?
Very. We have tremendous vendor turnout at our meetings and in support of any of our events that we run. Think about it. You can probably hit 30 companies in one night at an association dinner and meeting. It takes a long time to drive around the state and do the same thing.
You bet, especially when the state's Texas or something that size.
That's another. Our success also has to do about with our size. People can get to a meeting location with anywhere in the state probably within an hour and a half.
Chances are, just shifting gears for a second, Pat, chances are you have seen an awful lot of dealers come and go in this industry. If you could pick out one characteristic of what successful dealers might be doing, what would that characteristic be?
Doing, training, talking with their competitors, to find out what the market's doing. I think that joining any association, whether it be the Chamber of Commerce in your town, is an excellent idea. And putting yourself out there. It's not a 9-to-5 job, and any successful business owner, especially when they're starting out, they may be, installing, selling, and managing, the business all in one 24-hour span.
So what you're suggesting then is that exposure of the business person and the business and what it is that they do could lead to much greater things. Lack of it, conversely, leads to not such great things. Last question. If you saw one thing that you would advise dealers not to do, what would that be?
Limit yourself. I believe you can do one thing well, but with the markets changing the way they are, you really need to diversify and bundle services and become an expert in as many fields as you can handle.
Outstanding. We've been listening to Pat Shea Remes, who is not an alarm dealer, but sure has seen an awful lot about what alarm dealers do. Pat, we thank you very much for sharing your thoughts with us.
Thank you, Ron.